The arrest stems from an incident last week when a protest over neighborhood shutdowns turned into an attack on a journalist.
CBS 2's Allie Bauman is live in Borough Park tonight with the latest. Allie.
Well, Christina Maurice, Governor Cuomo says mass gatherings are the main culprit for the infection rate here in the city's red zones. But rallies continue against the new cluster restrictions, even after one community member spent the night behind bars for his alleged role in last week's protests. Community activist Tischler left the Brooklyn courthouse quietly Monday, but had plenty to say after in front of a mostly maskless crowd.
We're going to knock that Cuomo out.
This following his virtual arraignment on charges of inciting a riot and unlawful imprisonment.
The defendant walked up to the complainant and was yelling and screaming in at his face. He had directed the crowd, which grew from about 10 to 20 to almost 100 people, to yell and scream, calling this person a snitch.
Tischler's arrest stems from last week's protests against lockdown restrictions in the city's cluster zones. Demonstrations turned violent at times and sent a journalist to the hospital.
The Jewish community, not just Borough Park, is so upset, angry at the anti-Semitism that the governor is causing throughout the state of New York. The governor continues to pick specifically the Jewish community in terms of the outbreak of corona.
Since enforcement began Friday, the city says it's issued 60 summonses totaling up to $172,000 in fines, including 5 summonses for noncompliance at religious congregations.
I understand the cultural differences and the religious differences, but I also understand death is death.
4 people were also arrested early Sunday at a party just outside the hot zones in Fresh Meadows, Queens. City sheriffs say they busted a rave in Cunningham Park with a DJ, hookah lounge, bar service, and more than 100 maskless people. But while the city is cracking down, Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams says enforcement needs to be precise so as not to target those following the rules in earnest.
We're sending the wrong message that even when you follow the rules, we're going to penalize you also and close down your establishment. That is just the wrong way to solve this problem.
Governor Cuomo says the COVID infection rate in cluster areas was lower yesterday compared to last week. But while the red zones make up less than 3% of the state's total population, they have more than 17% of the total positive reported cases. We're live in Borough Park, Brooklyn. Allie Bauman, CBS 2 News.